So let's get this working again because I changed some things. Oh, I gotta send out all this shit. Oh man. Oh god. Crazy. Okay. Alright. Is it working? Is it working? Are we live? Yes, we are. Yes, it is. Thank you, me. Okay. Okay. Now, here's the thing I need to know. I upped the fucking bitrate by 50 billion. It still kind of looks bad on YouTube. So all right, let me just put that like everywhere. I can put that in restream as well. Endwalking, yes, hello, how's it going? So basically I'm trying to make my stuff look nicer, sound better, which means I dramatically increased the bitrate, because I realized I might be able to do that. But so bitrate's supposed to make it look better. But am I not streaming in 1080 on Twitch? Can I not stream at 1080 on Twitch? Really? Is that just like I didn't get lucky today sort of thing? So we're gonna be doing a lot of boring setting stuff here really quick, sorry. But I need to make sure this is right, because we're still messing around with the... Okay, why is it not working? Da, 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 da. Is it bad? Or is it normal? I'm not talking about bitrate because we're looking at static images, but like, are you buffering? Are you lagging? Seems normal, no lag or buffering. That's nice. But why no 1080 option on Twitch? Why that? Why that? It's on YouTube. YouTube's got 1080p, but it's gonna have worse bitrate because that's just how YouTube is. That's how YouTube works. I'm not getting any reasons why. Like, wasn't my previous stuff at 1080? Or am I just completely wrong about that? Am I completely wrong about that? My other stuff was at 1080. What the fuck? Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Is audio sounding good? Because I also increased the audio bitrate. Supposed to be 1080, supposed to be. I'm very particular about this. I want it to look good, god damn it. I need it to look good. What is this? What the fuck is this? Can I have ad stats? Are you kidding me? No. I didn't know that was an option. Is this a restream thing? I don't know why it would be, but is it? Restream. Let's go there. Everything's gotten a lot more complicated, but I guess it should be, huh? I guess it should be. Oh wow. It's pretty neat. What do we got? Man, restream doesn't give me shit. Doesn't tell me anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is taking a while. Oh man. I got so much to talk about too, which is the other thing. I have so much I want to talk about. But I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it, you know? I think we're just gonna have to deal with it because I don't exactly know why it wouldn't be 1080 because YouTube's 1080 right now. YouTube has that option. So, I don't know. You got two options. Anyways, let's just move past it. Let's actually do some stuff. It's 7:30. Okay, where I'm at least. We've made it to we're endwalking today. We're endwalking today. And I don't think when I watched the trailer last stream, there's a lot that I've noticed since then because I've since watched the trailer about 30 more times since Saturday. So you know, it's been like 4 or 5 days. And I didn't realize at all that it was Emmett talking in the trailer. I don't know what that's about. It kind of sounded, I mean, he was just talking about the final days, I think. It was kind of hard to like figure out what he was saying with the music. I'm pretty bad at that. But he's talking there, so I don't know if he's alive at all. I'm just going to assume that it's like a recollection of something he was saying. Because he did talk about the final days a bit in the dungeon, but I don't know if that lines up 1-to-1 or not. Maybe it does. That would make sense, I guess. But that's fucking weird. And the music lining up to all of the expansions, oh, it's beautiful. Now, there's a very important thing I have to do right now, which is say what my favorite expansion was. Or expansion trailer was, because I've seen them all. You know, Dawn Trail not included, but I've seen them all. And I gotta be honest, it's really hard to pick, because if I had to pick based off of the music, then it's Endwalker, easy. I really, really love this Shadowbringers track, but I don't know, man. Fucking leitmotifs get me every single time. Every single time they're used. It's like everybody uses them. Right? They come up all the time. I guess not everybody uses them, but you know, they're pretty common. And even if it's like, yes, this song connects to this other thing that evokes an emotional moment. So simple, and it kills me every time. So Endwalker easy on music, but visuals is definitely Shadowbringers. Man, have you seen Grahatia's face in the Endwalker trailer? Ooh, that's not him. That is a something is posing as him. I think that's actually a plot point that I've gotten. That's a plot point. Someone is disguising as Grahatia because that is not him in the trailer. That is not him. I don't know who that is, but so that's it. So Shadowbringers is absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And Endwalker is amazing too. Like, there's even the scene in the trailer where the ship comes down, it's on fire, and it's like falling down in front of Xenos and Fandaniel and stuff like that. The music's absolutely amazing, and it looks beautiful. And they're just doing that to flex. And I respect that. So, you know, Endwalker has great visual moments, but Shadowbringers looks a little better, but Endwalker sounds better. So what is my favorite trailer? I don't know. Because, like, another thing, if you're at the end of Stormblood, right? You're at the end of Stormblood and you watch the trailer for the first time then, which is actually not how most people did it. That's how I did it. But most people who played the game as it was coming out, like, you get bits of the trailer through the patches, right? So they already knew, like, a little bit about Shadowbringers. But if you're like me and you watch the trailer only when you're right about to get into Shadowbringers, like, there's actually a lot of stuff that I don't know what the word would be for it. I'm gonna use the word spoiled. It's not spoiled, but, like, you know, Y'shtola's being called Matoya and she's with Urianger in the woods, and Thancred is with this kid named Amphilia. What the fuck's up with that? Like, there's a lot of, like, oh, what's this? These questions. But, like, you know, you watch the Endwalker trailer, does not really, like, I can't really think of anything that's, like, that I have, like, questions about. I guess there's the giant invasion of, like, the one place, like, when the Heaven's Ward song is playing. I guess that's, like, what the fuck's happening there. That makes sense, but I don't know. It's an invasion of weird shit. It looks like the final days. Like, it looks. I'm pretty sure that's answered pretty quickly. What's the monster at the end of the trailer? That's the first beast. I know that. Everybody else is kind of hanging out. They're doing stuff I already expected. So, what does that mean? I like the Endwalker trailer more? I don't know. You know what? If I have to say it for now, I'm gonna say the Shadowbringers trailer is better. Because I'm just gonna make that decision, and it definitely won't change. Just because the Shadowbringers trailer has that amazing action scene where the Warrior of Light is switching jobs over and over again, and I really, this will never happen. I really want content in the game where that is a thing that you do, where you, like, switch jobs in the middle of the content. It wouldn't make any sense because it kind of alienates a lot of the players. But I don't know. I just think it'd be cool. It doesn't alienate them that bad. Come on. Yeah. You know what makes me upset with Restream? One last complaint about Restream for now. Is that it doesn't fade the chat. I don't have a setting to fade the chat away. I want the chat to go away. Go away. Oh, what is compact mode? What is compact mode? Does that look better? I don't know. You will not go away. I don't even want you to go away necessarily. I just want the stupid Restream. Like, I get it. It's, yeah, a chat is ready to display, isn't it? Listen, nobody talks in my chat except for Josh. He's gonna be there the whole time. I swear I had more options for the. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I also want it to go the other way. I want it to go bottom to top. Hide messages. Oh, there is one. Oh, there is. There is an option. I found it. It's just me. It's just me being an idiot. It's just me. Okay. Hold on. And now, hold on. I'm a professional. How many years is this? I restart it. How do I restart? Refresh. Bam. Chat is ready to display messages. Sorry, you went away. It'll go away now. It'll go away and be replaced by stuff. Professionals have standards. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about the trailer. It's fucking awesome. I love it. I'm 99% sure that at the end, when everyone's looking up, they're looking at the moon. It doesn't actually show like everybody is looking at the moon from around the world, except for you told us she's in a building. Also, she wouldn't be able to see it. She can't see. But oh, look at that! It went away. Thank God. Thank God. It doesn't technically show that everyone's looking at the moon, but like I'm pretty sure it's the moon. Come on, you know. But you know, it could not be. It could be fucking Xenos in his spaceship, his Star Destroyer, because what else is that in the title screen? Why is there a giant triangle on my title title screen? All right. What else do I need to talk about? I don't think I did a good enough job giving my impressions of Shadowbringers at the end of the live stream. That's why I'm doing this, because I don't think I did a good enough job. So dungeons. I'm going now. We're gonna switch scenes. Hello. Okay. So in terms of instances, if we compare Shadowbringer stuff to Stormblood stuff, going dungeons first, there's like a lot less. I feel like there's a lot less dungeons in Shadowbringers, but I feel like at least visually they look a lot better than a lot of the Stormblood ones. Not that the Stormblood ones look bad. The Burn is beautiful. It's one of my favorite dungeons, the Burn. And Doma I did Doma Castle today. I love Doma Castle. But also like in Shadowbringers dungeons, like they're a lot, you really feel how linear they are. Especially when the chests are just kind of on the way. Holminster Switch might be my favorite dungeon in the game. Oh, let me move this over. Holminster Switch might be my favorite, what was it? Dungeon in the game. But it really felt weird when like the villagers are like running away and they're screaming and the Sin Eaters they're coming. And like there's like a chest on the side of who left this? Who is this? Why does it have battle gear in it? I don't know. I'm not questioning that much, but like it just feels weird that the chests are like on the road, but also it's very convenient. So I don't know. I'm not gonna complain that much. Also like barely any side dungeons. I mean, we got the Twinning, we got Academia, Enidir, and I still don't know. Which kind of felt like feels like we have a lot less in Shadowbringers, but the dungeons themselves are very fun. I really like a lot of the boss fights. Like Amarot's final boss is great. This dungeon is kind of a cool theme, but I kind of don't like it actually. Hero's Gauntlet is great. That you actually go, there's a y-axis or a z-axis in that fight. Can you imagine? And then Paglathon, I don't know. It was really cool. That second boss was really fun, but I didn't really like the other bosses that much. Not because I died terribly to the first boss like an idiot, because of the lightning. That's definitely not what it is. I'm not salty about that or anything. But then also you just like kill Lunar Bahamut in the final fight. Like oh okay, sure, yeah, no, he's dead. That's fine. Okay, cool. Don't even worry about it. So that's really in terms of dungeons what I have to say. Like Shadowbringers dungeons, pretty good, pretty fucking solid. You know, I don't want to run Don Meg again. I don't want to do it, but the rest of these I'll run all of these, maybe not Grand Cosmos either. In terms of trials, what happened to the duty action? Chat is not disappearing. It's not disappearing. Why is it not disappear? That's weird. Why is it like redoing? Hold on. It's supposed to be after 30 seconds. It will go away. Is it because like there was a chat and then there wasn't? Whoop. I don't know if I like it reversed now I think about it. Maybe it should be the other way around. Why we start up then go down? I feel like that's how it was, and that's why I was like, oh, that'll be nice, but maybe not. Let's go the other way. And then let's refresh the chat again. Bang. You're right, it does look weird. Da, da, da. Shit, I can actually have the chat. Oh, that'll be something to set up. I can have the chat send the messages from the other platforms to the other platforms. That's nice. Sorry, I'm still getting through this. Okay. Alright, well, they're gone for now, but they might show up again like they did before. Anyways, trials. Trials. I fucking love trials. They're my favorite part of the game, is the trials. I think. Maybe the raids. I can't tell. Spooky chat. Ooh. Just counting story trials, I do like the Shadowbringers ones a lot more, because they don't have duty actions. I feel like duty actions could be fun, but I just don't think I've seen a duty action that was actually enjoyable to use yet. Like, what? It's in Lakshmi, who cares? You just use it to not die. It's not really that, like, interesting. I'm bashing a little bit of the game. Oh my god. I'm not supposed to do that, but I am. And like, what are these? Like, Tsukiyomi? There wasn't one. Were there ones in this one? I don't think there were. And there's definitely not in any of the Shadowbringers ones. The only trial I didn't really like is Crown of the Immaculate. It's weird. Like, it's cool. No, okay, not like is a little bit harsh. I do really like it. I do really like it. It's probably the weakest one out of well, Lakshmi's probably worse, but the music kind of carries it. So you know what? It's better than Immaculate. Fuck it. Yeah, like, these are all great. This one is so funny. They were really funny when they decided that in the mashing section, if one person's just bad at mashing, the fight just restarts. They were hilarious for that one. I kind of love that. It's so bad. I'm surprised that's still, I guess people aren't bad at mashing, but like, you just get one person who's bad at mashing and like, you're gonna be there. Or just one troll, like, because it doesn't tell you, obviously it doesn't tell you who the person is who failed to mash, because that would be pretty toxic, I think. But like, damn. Okay. And then a mandatory LB3 in a story trial? Normal version of a story trial? That's crazy. And then the weapons are awesome. The weapons are awesome. I have not done these. I think I've done Byakko twice ever, Suzako twice ever, and Seiryu once. And that was months ago, all of these. I haven't done a Stormblood trial in a while. Granted, I am leveling low level jobs, so maybe that's why, but I feel like I haven't seen these in forever, and it's probably going to be the same thing, if not worse, for the weapons. Which is a shame, but I get it. I'm gonna go a little bit quicker because I'm stalling for way too long. In terms of raids, let's go Alliance raids. I don't like the near Alliance raids. I've said it before. They're really fun to play. Like, if I just ignore the story and the fact that it's a crossover, I feel like it's too much. Like, I feel like the story is just kind of like, what the fuck? Your character probably shouldn't even be in it. That happens a lot in this game, where your character is just kind of around, and you just watch things, and sometimes it's fun. Like with Rin and Gaia, like, I like just being like there to, you know, basically chaperone them. But in this one, it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this happening? They're actually very fun to play. They're actually very fun to play because they're difficult, and I like that. But why is it? It's weird. I can't accept it. I can't. Meanwhile, Stormblood Alliance raids, oof, these are good. These are funny. What I look for in an alliance raid is funny factor. And what is the best funny factor? It's in Dunscaith. It's the first boss of Dunscaith. It's the best boss in the whole game because it is hilarious. It is hilarious. How much people die on this boss. I don't die on this boss because I'm awesome. It's a true fact. You know what? Math boss, funny guy. No one knows how to do math boss. I honestly wish it just killed you if you got it wrong, because it's more obvious, you know. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny because alliance raid's pretty low stakes. Like if you die, like you're probably gonna get picked back up. It's not a big deal. These ones do kill you a lot, so maybe my opinion will change later. But as it is, like the general aesthetic, especially if the last one, like it's just kind of like a blank aesthetic to it, which is the point. But it's just not my favorite. It's just not my favorite thing. You do get towers thrown at you and trains thrown at you, which is pretty cool. But I don't know. Maybe I'll come around to it, but I doubt it. In terms of raid, Shadowbringers one's easily. Eden's the best. I love being able to relive stuff I've actually already done with the other primals, and the new fights aren't that bad either. What the fuck is... I went into PvP on accident. Oh my god. Get me out. Not a train fan? Dude, I'm the biggest train fan there is. One of the five train fans out there. Resurrection's like fine. Descent is also pretty fine. I really want to play these on Savage. But like as soon as we get into like the primal stuff like that, like I'm kind of this one's great. This one's kind of hard actually to like wrap your head around. I like that one. That is until like I think the last tier is kind of the weakest. Like I didn't really care. I don't know, but romance stories don't really capture me very easily, so I didn't really care for Eternity, where they put the story in the mechanics. Like that's obviously like really cool that you put the story into the mechanics. I really like when they do that, but in Eternity it just really didn't hit for me. I don't know, like protecting your memories just felt really slow. I don't know. That's just me. Anamorphosis was kind of cool because you get to fight Thancred Ranjit, which is funny. Dog, probably the weakest fight in the game. Dog, like cool, you know, a little bit of a tie-in to the role quests, but I don't know. Cloud of Darkness, kind of funny with the platforms. I've seen a couple clips of this on Savage, and that is pretty funny. I do appreciate the opportunity for hijinks. Whereas Stormblood, I just don't like the raid as much, just because it's just like, this is the boss from the other game. It's like a tournament arc, which should be awesome, but it doesn't like. It needs to show that it's a tournament arc a little bit more for me to really feel that energy. Because I normally love tournament arcs, but it doesn't really feel like it. It just feels like we're going down a gauntlet of random fights, and the fights are good. They're really good. It's got Phantom Train in it. I love Phantom Train. And the final boss, awesome. Like even this whole last tier is awesome, but I don't know, man. Eden tied in with the story a lot better, so I don't know. Anyways, no more stalling. I think that's it I want to talk about on content, because that's really what I want to do. Obviously, it's the best story so far. Shadowbringer, like easily the best story so far. I do think that in terms of post-patch, I think Stormblood has a better post-patch story than Shadowbringers does, which that might be a little bit controversial. That might be a bit of a controversial opinion there, but I think the mystery of what's going on with the Scions and them collapsing in the 0.4, 0.5, 0.55 patches, or yeah, of Stormblood is really neat, really neat. And then Endwalker, the towers appear and they're really cool, but like they're not as cool as like my friends collapsing. Like we're kind of neat, kind of doing all right. That is not to say that I didn't like them. I liked them a lot. I really love that we were going back to old areas and stuff like that. Super nice to revisit that stuff before we go into the end of the game. You know, so anyways, we're gonna actually play the fucking game now. So sorry for taking so long, but you know, I feel like I gotta put my opinions out there. What am I here for if not that? Okay, so we're getting started. I also think that if I'm predicting correctly, like the start of this will probably be a little slow, right? Like normally this is where you get introduced to all the zones, which I'm super excited about. And there's like the split path. What's the split path gonna be? I'm assuming there's a split. There's always a split path. The next ship to sail. Horse chestnut. You know what? Hold on. I need to do one last thing before we start. Sorry. How do I do this? I just want to make sure that people know to tell me if something's going wrong. So I wanted to put that in chat rules, but I don't know if I can do that. Or I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that without wasting an incredible amount of time. Fuck it. Oof. Oh. Sorry, I still can't find the option. There it is. One second, I apologize so much. Bam. Bam. Done. Done. Can I do it on YouTube real quick? Can I do it on YouTube? Can I? Oh my god, you can start polls just that easily on YouTube? Oh man. I can Q&A on YouTube? Shit, I really gotta learn this platform. Really gotta learn this platform. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Let's go. Gabriel, do you have some time to talk? I'd like to gather everyone in Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Holy shit, it's the music used in that one Lord YouTuber. Oh my god. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophoroi. The Telophoroi's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of Aeon's past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. And unless we can find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered, at least. But after what happened to Arenvold and Fordolo, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telophoroi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Galvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varys, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. But that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace to a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seemed safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. I need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Charlian, I am sure of it. Master Fortunal's comments regarding the final days are curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it's letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mr. Kryl. He says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. It's new music. You are to head to Limsa Lominsa and board the next ship bound for Charlian. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldessian, come to assist with the Order's restoration. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. We should set off at once. Someone help this child. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. How many times will we hear this theme? Ah, new quest. I didn't even think about the quest. It's the little things, you know? It's the little things that get me. New quest accepted. Sound? I mean, I've technically already heard it except on the job quest, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, and I've lost my sprout. That's fucked up. The game should know that I'm still stupid and need that. What is the quest in here? I'm sorry, what the fuck is this quest? A fairy tale come true? I just don't know. We're finally expanding the map. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlian should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Last time we took a ship from Limsa, there was a dungeon. We're not gonna get a dungeon this early.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Schedule.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief.
We are so casual for the final days, which is good.
Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh shit.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Stealing from the wizard.
will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian?
The only person in the entire game who hasn't been there, except for me.
Sir Estinian?
Small talk, Estinian.
Strangers newly met. Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
Colleagues.
Hardly dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Sorry we're leaving you again, Tataru.
Are you alright, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Unless you're coming with. This one you could go on.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
Right. Yeah, I did forget about that part.
And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
You know, Tataru, if you expect the worst, you'll never be disappointed. No sense worrying about the things we're powerless to change. Wow. I mean, sure, but no.
I'll hold you to that.
You wouldn't be able to if I failed. I'd be dead.
Ah, good. You're still here.
You have a voice? Holy shit.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Before we die.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
I just, you almost stopped right there. We Scions of the Seventh Dawn will do our part to ensure the end of the world. What? Oh. Let me cut you off right there. I know Hori Boulders is the true big bad.
All aboard for Charlian!
Who's that? Who's that?
It's time.
It's time to be on a months-long voyage.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Ah.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
I was about to say, where's Kryle? But Kryle's in Charlian.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined.
How?
A future undefined and in flux.
It's Ghost? Emmett Ghost?
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
Get good.
That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
Is this from his diary? Like, what is this?
Every moment, every step of your descent.
Words to live by. I mean, die by, I guess. Ooh. Ooh.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
I don't know what that means, but do my best, I guess. I'll do for you, Emmett. Oh, the little Stormblood map icons. Doing that again. People talking in chat. What? Wait, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't just play this music casually. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
Here. Feel. Think.
Absolutely not. I refuse that last one. Am I just dreaming of the horrors of war? What's who's playing that music?
Day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
You hear this? The coming of the end?
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Twins are adorable. I thought they were sleeping on each other again. Still. Get them like a room.
Called out to you,
Like a bed.
I've heard nothing myself.
Oh shit, actually we're telling them.
In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Kind of scared to go outside, I'll be honest right now. Bahamut? You there? Dalamud. You know, I wouldn't put it past my character at this point to be absolutely terrified at every waking moment. Because the end of the world happened so many times. It's just the first end of the world that I had to experience. And technically I wasn't there for that one. But I relived it. Oh. You. The Heidelin person. What? Ghost. Maybe.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Who are you?
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last, my warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Why is my character just so... Is your goddess? I can trust your words. No, actually, yes. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go down this route. I don't know if I can trust that.
You have visited the first. You have every right to say that. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Heidelin has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him.
Pretty cool of you.
Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid.
time's still pretty far away
My guidance, you
from
and
complete.
your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't be such a doomsayer, guys. But it's gonna be fine. We're gonna solve the problem before, you know, everyone dies. Everyone you know and love.
You truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable. Then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
What would that be? Can you elaborate on that one? My peepers are busy.
Just over yonder.
Ah, damn it.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land.
My traveler's heart.
We shall meet again, and soon.
I also hope, that reminds me, I also hope we get some Asm stuff. Because that felt really weird, right? There's just a bunch of crystals on the ground. And Hythlodaeus is just there to explain, and like, what was that? Like, we're an Ascian. But like, I really feel like we just kind of like bounced off that plot point, you know? Like, no, you're an Ascian, yeah. You're an Ascian. Emmett goes back to help you and Secret. Yeah, you're fine. You're an Ascian. Asm's there. It's you.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
You slept sitting up.
Good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
I cannot see over the handrails. I am too small.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
Trailer theme. Very quiet.
There she is. Good old Charlian.
Can't wait to kill some
I see it.
nerds, scholars, and like bureaucrats. Like, what are we fighting here?
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
Oh, he's gonna be so happy. He's gonna love it.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you? Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Great, let's go. What's a couple librarian guards stopping us, you know? Let's read the whole thing. I know I'm supposed to be the good guy. I won't do that, but I'm just saying. Last resort, the world's gonna die. Battle commencing in 5 seconds, you know what I mean? We've made it. My life over the past few months is about to have a big change. Once this is done, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't throw me.
The solitary island nation of the northern seas. where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets.
Why are you saying like that?
Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
They fucked off.
How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Fantasy Switzerland. I actually don't think I've heard much of any of the music from Endwalker ahead of time. So it's not as easily found on YouTube.
What's next then? Entry applications?
I mean, maybe.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
This place was full of nerds. What do you mean was?
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
I am a scholar. I am very smart. Don't look at my weapons. They're not there. They're just not there.
So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Charlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
What? What if I tell him I'm the Warrior of Light?
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
I do, Eureka. I think that's the right place.
It might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we? Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
What if we just walked right by?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the students of Baldessian at your service.
Oh, Baldessian, never mind. Thought you were cool.
But have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Person who studied in ninja. Canon. Degree in ninja. These two are just actual nerds.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I don't want to be on any government lists. I'm off the grid.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
You got a disguise? Or you just walking in?
Alphino Leveilleur.
Nope, we're just walking in.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Yeah, you're banned, actually. You're not allowed here.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Oh, you just went about just saying that? He just, like, he said it in private to his kids, and then he went home, and he's just like, yep, guess what I did today? Pretty cool, right? I don't have kids anymore, I disowned them. How the fuck, what? Also, why are you telling him that? Who cares? I just wanted to let you know everyone's talking about you and it's not cool.
Circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry. I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
What do you mean by times are quite troubled enough already? What do you mean by that? How so?
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Charlian natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Warrior of Light, do you have that in your big fucking library of knowledge? Do you know what that is?
Name and occupation?
Occupation? Adventurer, artisan, champion of the horse. How subtle do I want to be? Adventurer by trade. Artisan. That's not true. I don't know what an art is. I do have alchemist to level 20. I know. Not to impress you guys with Charlie too much, but I know how to make a potion or two. Yeah. I kind of just want to say, I kind of just like being egotistical in this game. Champion of Eorzea. Like, they're gonna know. I'm just gonna say adventure. I'm gonna say adventure. Just gonna say adventure. Just gonna say it. I want them to bring it up. You know, I just can't come out and say it. They gotta say it.
Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Jeez. Well, I guess that's technically a job that you could be called, like, you could have a little bit of, like, you know, like, respect. You could have respect for those people and where you come from, but where we come from, we don't do that. But like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Damn it, I want them to. They really don't know. Okay, listen, I don't want to be egotistical, but like, if you're the center of knowledge in the world and you have a book out there that links up the registry to like people, you know, like people coming in is like you don't know who the savior of Eorzea like 4 times is? You don't know who that is? You don't know? Do you know who Estinian is? You should, you know that Azor Dragoon, you don't know that?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Also adventure. Yeah. Writer.
If you'll allow me.
Cryo. I thought they died weeks ago. I did, but I got better.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Surely.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
God, they got nobody out here who knows how to fight. Absolutely nobody. Every single person who knows how to fight is met with extreme suspicion. Oh, well, we're protecting ourselves? No.
In my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
The pen is mightier than the sword, after all. Hi, Kryl.
Kryl, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
They got like a subway in Charlian.
Oh!
McDonald.
Welcome, friends, to Charlian.
Oh, thanks. First impressions aren't great.
I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Ooh. Got him. Now, will there be people in the city? Will there be other people? I see a couple. Hey, how's it going? There are people here. They're standing. Do I have this part on my map? I have it now. The Northern Empty. Ilsabard. Oh. Ah, shit. It's okay. I'm a healer. I'm unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? I agree. Let's go kill him. Okay, I'm sorry. Glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Ooh. Hello. I just got here. Old Charlian, new to you. Well. I want to go look around the city. But the quest is probably going to do that for me. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Gabriel Estinian's first time in Charlian. And for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. I thought this was the home track from Undertale for like a split second. I thought this was the like acoustic Toriel's home song from Undertale. You must have places you wish to visit and people you're dying to see. You know, all of your friends you had, Alphino, when you were in school. That you definitely had. Therefore, propose you postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldessian Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Leviora estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there and on. Yes, we'll see you there. Arianje, what are you thinking? I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. Why'd I leave? What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Till we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course. If you'll have me. Come, Gabriel, Charlian awaits. The C's were perfectly around my character's eyes. After you, my friend. I'm more than content to follow your lead. Oh, He's accompanying me. What? Ugh. Get the fuck away from me. What are you doing? All set, then let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Kryle is also now accompanying. Oh shit. Conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Head to the going area and speak with your quest companions. Oh my god, what the fuck? What is this? I have like my party is just following me now. What is this? Give me this. This is mine. There's too many people here. Oh wait, there's one there. There's one right here. What are you guys saying? Discuss. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any task which pique your interest. You've been cleared by the immigration officials after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charlie in the same way it is in Eorzea. This place is called the Peristyle. It is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Charlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Okay. Alright. Oh god. This place is pretty big. Oh jeez. Ah, there's one here. I gotta talk to them in every spot possible, sorry. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Dali. As a student of Baldessian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliac Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Charlian people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliac was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Charlians can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Wow. What's my deity? I forget. Orthic. I don't think I've ever seen that name come up once. Great! Oh. Here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlian tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. Why is this bread coming up so much? The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studio, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. So the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlian. The one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the most impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you are a typical Charlian when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. But surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. You should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall I press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. This is a very nice place. That's the Aetheryte. I expected it to be bluer. That is a very pretty Aetheryte though. Damn. Hi guys, excuse me. There are so many people here. There's so many compared to everywhere else. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. The much vaunted discoveries are the reason Charlian stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Charlian's largest marketplace. Okay. Guessing that's where the market board is. Oh, this is not where this is. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? Might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Ah, perhaps I'll return here later then. Nerd. Nerd! These little open-air bookstores are so uniquely Charlian. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. Is this where I get my tombstone gear? Is that still a thing at this point? I don't know. The game's different now. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Charlian as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetherite Plaza, follow the path north, and climb up the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. There's a tombstone person will be right there. No idea. Is it okay to jump off the walls in Charlian? I hope so. Here we go. The imposing building. Ah, yes. I can see kind of part of it. This is a different one. The Nymphaeum? The Nymphaeum? I have no idea. Discuss the water features. These little decorative features are typical of Charlian architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Charlians, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Telia's divine ewer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Okay. Alright then. What is... How big... What is over there? Oh, shit, okay. We'll go back there later. We'll go back and see what that is in a second. This grand structure before you is the Rostra, I think. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, I can go in. The nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. My boy Yuraha, you seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here one can see the entire city spread out below. I can kind of turn my camera that way. Just to put me in mind of my arrival in the first, those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlian. Bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. Don't think the councillors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. I go in here? What's in here? Wait, I need this. I need this first. Give. Huh. Where's the inn? That might be Journey's End. Isn't that the name of the Aetherite in, Oh god. What's that out? Okay. I'm gonna look. I'm curious. go in? Oh, I can. Oh no. Let me out. I don't want anything to do with that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not for me. I'm gonna guess I can't leave yet, but that'd be kind of cool if I could. Wait, that's not the right door. I went the complete wrong way. They got chocobos here in Charlian. Is it a chocobo porter? Is this a door? Shit. It is. That's the wrong way, though. I don't want to go that way. What the hell is this? Lift elevator operator. Lift elevator. Okay. Can I actually take it? Sorry, madam, but the lift is present. Yep. Okay. I thought so. I just thought I'd check. I was curious. Now I gotta walk all the way back. I just gotta explore. It's a new city. I'm gonna be here for quite a bit. So I want to know what everything is here. Repairs? The studium? Oh, it's where the nerds hang out. Okay. I see. Journey's End. Yeah, wait. Can I... Did Grahal get that named after? Oh, it's Journey's Head. It's different. It's different. Okay. I thought it might be the same or named after something. I guess it's not in the Crystarium, so it wouldn't be something that he would name. Huh. This is a pretty big place. Is this like the biggest city? It feels like it. Though maybe it's just because it's new to me and I don't know everything. Whoops. Nope. Arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put shore with Archon Yud Krepf built their first homes. That's the boat guy. That's Noah. That's Noah's Ark guy. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlian families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levieur. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. Absolutely not. I'm ringing their doorbell. And with that, we bring our little Charlian tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldessian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza. Correct. After you, Gabriel. No. Is this the place? I have some words to say to you. I have some words, multiple. Let me in. Open the door. Oh shit, I can go in. Hello, Baucharl there. You don't have an appointment, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. No, I'm just hanging out here. I'm like loitering in someone else's home. Hello. Triple try. No, thank you. Amalliance. There's no more beautiful, more kind of hearted person in the realm, and I'm happy to attend to her every day. Yeah, how's the mother feeling about not having children? How she feel good about that one? Yeah, can you let me in? I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Knock knock. Hello. I got just a couple words to say. I won't hurt him. Probably. Okay. Okay, let's attune. You know, I can't go in the house, but I can attune to the teleportation beacon right outside this house. You know, not that I would do anything, but, you know, balcony, that's always good. Always good. You know, just another point of entrance to someone's home. It's just good to point out, you know. I just thought it'd be interesting. Anyways, what's over here? Actual Journey's End. Okay. What other ones do we have to get to? I guess the last one at the Studium, huh? Or maybe did I get the Baldessian Annex? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. It's okay though. That's fine. Oh. Right, we cross the bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheryte Plaza. What happens if I go back? China is full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I've ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. What would make you want to make a private school right next to, like, the best school in all of ever in the history of man? How would you, you know, what would make you do that? How would you think as a smart person, which you clearly are because you live here, that would be, like, something that would work? Hold on. Excuse me. I need this. One moment. I'm just missing this one by the school. Okay. Let's talk to Cryo. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldessian Annex. You continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We could take you there another time. Inside with you then? There's some new music everywhere. One second. Just had to fix some things. I'm back, and I brought Gabriel and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Raha, it's nice to see you again. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Gabriel. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika? Tsunjika. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, please. Give me a second to get that one. Administration officer for the students of Baldessian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the annex. You may recall meeting his cousin. Ojika? Oh, is that... I was about to say, you kind of look like Eureka person. Oh, yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. Wow, man, dialogue for being right in the middle of it. Yeah, I'm in Pagos hell. Yeah, I'll never leave. Because it's impossible to leave Pagos. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course. We often had occasion to visit Charlian, whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. So many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure that the Telophoroi fall. Through that door on the left there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. Barely have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I love the music so far, it's been great. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chambers. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. So I don't have like an inn, I guess... I get a dorm. Is that true? Hold on, I'll go in. I would like to take a nap. Is this actually my inn? It is! Oh, this is so nice! A nice ladder to reach all the places that are high up in this room, you know? Oh wait, actually shit, there is stuff up there. I was about to say, what the fuck's a ladder for? Alright. It's so cramped. Is there actually a bed? Oh, they do have a bed. Okay. This is neat. Okay, I just wanted to see. I'm just curious. Be logging off here for a while. Cryo. Ooh, big map. Huge map. Are there notes? Are they actually? Oh, they're too blurry. I can't read them. The Sharlians don't have a map of Garlemald or Ilsebard. Oh shit, they got. I don't have this. I don't have. I don't have that. Oh, I do now. I do now. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Sorry. I didn't have that in Shadowbringers. That's new. The 3 Great Continents. I love fantasy maps. I want to get that like on a wall. Okay. Is it Garuda? I think I picture Garuda on the wall. Do you need that? Oh man, wait, can I actually figure out what everything is here? Oh god, that's terrible. Oh, that's the Legend of the Mughals. I was like, what the fuck is the Mughals raining from the heaven? No, they actually talk about this in Heavensward. Wow, that was so long ago. You know, the Mughals migrated from the Churning Mists to the Shroud. Or was it Dravania? They moved to the Shroud eventually. I don't know what that is. Oh. That kind of looks like... Is that one of the towers? Or is that kind of looks more like coils, but it's very tower-like. That's Mordona. The cube. What the fuck is the cube? Aziz Law. Is this stuff from someone else's like research, or is this like our base of operations? I don't know what this is. I'm not recognizing that. That's like a cooler crystal tower. Eorzea, what's that? What's that up there? I don't know. Floating islands of some kind. Well, honestly, I can't tell the specifics. Okay, cool. I like that. So, Cryo, you're probably gonna explain all this shit to me, aren't you? Feeling a fresh and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
What does Urianger know?
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
To defeat the Huns.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see 2 paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum.
2 ways? 2 quest paths? At the beginning of my expansion, it's more likely than you think.
As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
That's a bit suspicious.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
That's a word. I know that meaning.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As
They're
for
not
our
paid
second
off.
potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
It couldn't simply be that they're paid off, right? I hope. There's something else. Maybe it is, though.
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavner.
Right, it's the other place we're going.
The missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Let's get them. Crush it. There's a tower over there. Interesting. Place we're not involved
In
with.
response to this threat, the Satrap of Rads at Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
I was about to say, wouldn't that be you? But I admit I didn't. I just skipped right over the warrior part, I guess.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavner would seem the obvious choice.
Alright.
But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnerian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Oh, great. I want to do both anyways.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
Sorry, my chair is very loud.
As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
I think maybe Yashtola and Graha, maybe? Just going off
Allow me
of
to offer my
vibes.
assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
You're gonna...
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
I don't exactly know where in the trailer were the twins. I don't remember. They were kind of in a field fighting monsters, but I don't know where that is.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner.
It's so far away.
Thoughts? Objections?
They sailed all the way out here to Charlian, and they're like, alright, we're going across the world. Well, they might have teleportation.
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
The boys. The men.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Oh man, now we gotta make that choice. Man, what should be? Where should we go? Does anybody have a preference? I don't. I really don't. But does anyone think one way is better than the other to start with? Oh, quest complete noise is awesome. Yes? Which one? Tell me. Tell me. I don't care. I'll follow whatever. So either we go to Thavner or we stay here. I guess I'm kind of leaning towards staying here. No reason really. I just don't look at the maps. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. Oh. I think it's better for Cryle first, then the boys. Okay, we'll do that. That's what I was leaning towards. How are the twins doing? You want to see like your mom? Okay, they're not really talking about. I guess not. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the form's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the councils directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. That's why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one could skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Nomenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Okay. Goodbye, guys. Night theme. It's so cozy here. I love it. Oh, that's the other quest. I was like, what? Oh, man. City music is always the best in this game. Is there a bad city track? Like what's the worst city track in the game? I guess Idleshire, but I don't mind Idleshire's music. It's a bit funny. All the music's pretty good for cities. Let's get that last Aether right. Just their own charm, for sure, for sure. They have an airship port here. Maybe not. It would ruin the vibes to have airships here. And I understand that. My directions are easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Nomenon, Charlian's grandest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Nomenon extend deep beneath the surface, like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the Great Gubal Library pale in comparison to Nomenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlian is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. Rocks and stones. That's the worst place for rocks. There's no mining going on in Charlian. They don't dig. I've dispatched Istol and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alice and Alphino will help me continue my search to the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon a Charlian history of foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Absolutely not. Nuh-uh. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising tomes. Happy reading! I changed my mind. I want to go with the boys. Oh, God! Jajaba. Isolus. I would like to read the story of Charlian. Long, long ago on an island in the Northern Sea, there lived a Rogadid man by the name of Nunkrif. Nunkrif was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nunkrif's crew hauled them aboard his ark. The danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. Only moments to spare, Nunkrif wove a mighty spell of teleportation, and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalethia's spire. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nunkrif gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. How do they even reproduce to maintain the population? They don't. They don't do that. It's just... Nerds just kind of appear, and they live here, and there's no questions. No questions asked. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Sharlayan we live in to this day. Well, that's going to be ironic when the final days come and we're not going to be living there anymore. Roads of Old, the colony. This is New Sharlayan. Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliac and the Dravanian hinterlands, a Sharlayan colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea find the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what has become a flourishing town as an official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlayan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as the Emporium. Absolutely not. Following the Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. Link chapters go on to introduce the most prominent features of Idleshire. The book does not appear to contain additional information on the Forum or cover the history of the Sharlayan motherland in greater detail. Okay then. Let's pick a book at random. I know how to operate in a library. You just kind of go and look. I don't ask people. Definitely not sorted some way. During the chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity, Archon Nunkrif, founder of Sharlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of wars, and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. Sharlayans took to heart the words of their savior, and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. Knowledge of economics came shrewd trading, with knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, and ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth and coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. So it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Sharlayan would live by their founders' teachings, for the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star. They would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. Beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed the rest your body as you should? I too once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drove us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus I do share with you this mantra: I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19 or 23 or 40, whatever age you are when you discover this manual. Let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthy living, you will extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from biological, aetherological, and arcane viewpoint. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. An introduction to the heavens. The what? Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? Speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alag who came closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud, sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? Let me out. What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past, that the positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? I am not. Get me out of here. I don't know how to... Oh, there's a bottom. I honestly wasn't expecting to see a bottom to the library. The voice of a growing city. And the years which followed the founding of Charlian, a civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201 of the Sixth Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Charlian would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the forum we need today conceived and created. Why couldn't you make it 100? Gain a fundamental understanding of Charlian history and the foundation of the forum. Head outside of the... Yep. I do like the lore. I do like it. Constellation shifting, that's just is that, what do they call that? Redshift? No. Probably not. That's something else from school. That's just the universe getting bigger, right? That's what they're talking about? Everything stretches apart, so it looks like they're different? Is that what that's referring to, or is this some fantasy shit? Are the stars moving? I don't know. Sorry, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphino and Cryo should be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final days specifically, so we had no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if there are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Charlian, we were not to be allowed across the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position, and that of the Forum, will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. What of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlian, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilsabard, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavnir. The Alligans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the fourth Umbu Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the fifth Calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology from being misused. Is it Corvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region Locus Amoenus. This scroll has theme from Shadowbringers. Oh shit, they're gonna keep it. That's great. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. I know that one. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allegan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allegan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. When I was a young cat... No. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Alleg. As the last child born with the Allegan Eye, I was given over to the custody of friends and the students of Baldessian, who had me registered as a Sharlayan citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Dankard was taken in by Archon Louisois, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Sharlayans than you might think. This game has a lot of words in it, and I want to say that I'm learning new words every day when I play this game, but I still don't know what they mean. Regardless of our origins, we're all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. 'Tis exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the Forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Gabriel. More company should be arriving at any moment now. Not a fan of cat parade. I'm looking around. I'm looking the wrong way, but I'm looking around. Where's Y'shtola? We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mrs. Cryle has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps our knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarat firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. It was traumatizing. Let's relive it. My thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? A complete destabilization of creation magics, primals of unrevival powers which summoned from the Aether, the worst kind of phenomena. It was bad, man. It was terrible. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manners of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the art of creation had survived into the present day, might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. That's, again, we're in the smart city. I need to leave. I don't understand. They're different people. They're talking with words that they could be making them up. I don't know. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? Alphino, you got it. I don't remember. Alphino knows. Me? Well, as you wish. The Amaratines were debating the cause of an anomaly which had been observed in the lands across the sea. By this fact alone, we can deduce that the final days occurred not all at once the world over, but rather had a point of origin from which it began to spread. Others also spoke of a keening sound rising from the land itself, just before a region was visited by a catastrophe. Never did hear the sound ourselves, of course. Thus as we were into the midst of the madness. Oh, is it? Yeah, I see that. I can see that it's not going well. What's going on here? Never did hear the sound ourselves, of course. Oh, is it? How are we doing now? I need to check the buffering. It's not buff. I don't know. Echoing because I'm looking at all my stuff. Still says it's not doing well. Is it better or no? Okay, is it better now? It looks like it's getting good now. I think we're good. I think it's better. We're not dropping frames anymore. I might have had a dip in internet. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit of a test stream because I'm gonna compare the videos after and see if the strain on my equipment is worth it or not. So, okay, is it better now? It looks like it's getting good now. I think. Okay, okay. Hey, Josh, are you there? Can you hear? But I haven't run into any more buffering. Okay. I didn't change anything. I just let things resolve. I might have to lower it after this stream though. Just to make sure that we don't have buffering like that. Like, it's not gonna look as good, but I'd rather just have a smooth experience, to be honest. I'd rather it just be smooth. Okay. Alright, I don't know if there's a delay or not, but... Okay. Cool. Also, I'm sweating my ass. It's hot in the fucking... It's always hot in the... It's winter! It should be better than it was in summer, but it's not. Ugh. My voice is already going. It's... Oof. Ah. I gotta find something that's good for my throat for streaming. You know, just to make it easier. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of Nomenon's mammoths, and ask after any books which make mentions of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? I made a god. They summoned Zodiark. Yes, with Lilibus serving as his heart. So many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set all right. Things with Honeywood, however. I'll have to try it out. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls that intended to render unto Zodiac, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Vinay, I don't remember how to pronounce this, and her fellows not manifested their opposition in the form of Heidelin. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. So do I. All that freshly in mind does make me wonder what the Telophoroi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs is forcing people to summon primals, a kind of catalyst. Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech, a convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? It's all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let's return our attention to the forum, shall we? Keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but 'tis time we began studying these research papers. Nerds. I'm the smartest of them all. I'm looking the wrong goddamn way for her. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger learned of the sources of reflection from the Garen oracles for its potential to cause panic and confusion. That tome was deemed... for its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tomb was deemed and sealed away in the Great Gubal Library. 'Tis even less likely that knowledge of the Unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they Archons or Counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fourcheneau with knowledge of the Telophoroi and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Like some Ascian shit? Ascians whisper in a leader's ears all the goddamn time. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. I can't read. Didn't want to say it out loud, it was embarrassing, but I don't know how. You labor for what feels like an age as Y'shtola's research assistant. Who are you people? Oh dear, you look exhausted. What about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? Then today was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a mammoth at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. You might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Ready for a tea break, Gabriel? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. How can... I believe they explained how Y'shtola can read. I just don't remember. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Okay. Tea time with Alice. Oh, I can teleport there. As much as I want to run around this city, we'll be doing that quite a bit, I imagine. Oh, I was like, oh, Blue Quest! It's a sightseeing log. This is such a nice city, man. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlian that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? How very Alphino of you. I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Trollophoroi. Might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Okay. Endwalker technology. What's in the briefcase? What is this? What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? We're looking to share a table, and I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Trollophoroi. That's great. These enemies of peace have promised to end an end to all we hold dear, and... Wait, you're that House Levior girl, aren't you? And this woman with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to that rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I have naught to say to the likes of you. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Damn. Okay. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure... Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Trollophoroi and their unconscionable plans. My goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Levior. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum, and if word reached Master Fortunal that I was helping you... I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. Awesome. Hello, Dickon. Welcome, madam. What can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mr. Salazar? Is he there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of Dickon. His name is Dickon. The owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything's alright at home? It's complicated, and I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with their situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Levior. No matter how discreet Master Fortunal may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secrets for long. I can talk. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now, of all times? We have questions, and only Charlian has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. That's what you were here to find. Information on this, apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. So there's more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlian, aren't you? Then few will know your face. Should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. Just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you set to the food. You might just get the answer. Well, here's your meal. How's everything going? Great. Just wanted to get this. You know anything about the Final Days? The apocalypse in the underworld? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. What fucking waiter? What server do you think? Okay. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? That's the spirit. Pay attention now, and I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisela, sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them, you should see a Makote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster, got all that. If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. No, I remember. I remember. Sorry, I don't mean to take your place in line here. Where? Oh, I have to go in order, do I? Uh-oh. Is this the chatty table? Tea. My tea set, lovely, thank you. The Chalufro... Who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practices of the 6th astral era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Nope. I'm your server in full battle armor. Finally, 2468. Still again, no time to wait. Okay. No time to waste. What, the Chalofroy? Ah, yes, I remember seeing that name in the latest Gazette. Gazette's a word. That's some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. Oh, these fools grow tired of the spilling of each other's blood. Stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Great. What? At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped, saved, and suffered to avoid this heavenly dish. Anyway, Apocalypse. Final days is the first I've heard of it. Well, that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. Must be a busy time to be a gleaner. Huh, you don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Charlayan. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named for those folks who travel after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. Aye, by all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. These Telophoroi will make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. Never seen this active before. Not like this. The docks are busy. I see. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. The Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. Let's enjoy our drink somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongues. Where is that? It's over here. Ooh. Yes, secret place. No one around, except for that guy over there and them. This should do nicely, out of the wind and out of sight. Ordered a burger, hope I get it. Yeah, you get it eventually. Their server just left work early, but that's fine.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlayan? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say.
Yeah, so you want this burger I got?
Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
I don't know about that, honestly. I feel like this is planned. What's going on here? Where are those boats going?
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
To what? The fuck is a labyrinthos?
A vast complex beneath the island. Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples.
What?
Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Well, fuck, let's go there.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by...
Nobody told me anything about a second library. What the...
Wait. Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yes.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum.
Let's go in.
If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Yes. Yes. Let's go. Or maybe we should tell other people about it first. But let's go. Either way. A labyrinth descent, yes. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Nomenon and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Hamburger. No food. The city is so fucking pretty. I kind of don't want to teleport around it, but I should. Still waiting for that wait. Well, that's the you gotta wait for them. Yeah, they're called waiters. You keep doing that. You're right. You're doing it right. Don't worry about it. Stop worrying about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. They're coming. I'm terrified if I get another bar. Oh shit! I gotta get Aether. I can't fly. I didn't even realize that. Well, every expansion, I somehow forget that getting flying is a thing. I mean, obviously we're in a city now. Haven't even seen a zone yet. Can I go up here? Okay, love Charlotte. And I was about to say, hate the city. God, strange that waiter was wearing. Just in case, you know? Just in case. Welcome back, Gabriel. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? We have an idea. Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. That's how my character talks, by the way. They go pa 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 pa. Makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, as you say. They ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and cargo certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. And let's see what theory we can build from the facts. As you Stroll observed earlier, Nomenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Gabriel and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that their destruction being perpetrated by the Telophoroi is wholly unlike those apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzur's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, had been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it's a stretch to conclude that the Gleaner's recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. No more reading. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I understand not everyone is a studious type. Consider this a welcome change of pace then. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there. I'll show you where the entrance is. The entrance over there. Oh, it's here. Oh, it actually is just over there. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Oh, I say try not to stay behind. What? Try not to stay behind? Oh shit. No, not a follow quest where I'm faster than them. Is this Assassin's Creed? What is this? It's pleasant here amongst the trees. Is that the final days approaching? But we really should move along. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Alice. I agree. Now we run. Try to keep up. Okay. Alice. Keep to the path, straight ahead. Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Where'd you go? Oh shit, got... What is this quest? I was like, oh man, they're adding new types of quests to this game. Oh shit, I'm cutting corners, Alice. You have no idea. Oh shit, where do we go? Up here. Oh man. Yep. Cool. Glad you... Shit, where do we go now? Alice, where do we go? Oh, up. You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. Where do I go? Shit. Oh. Russia, not far now. Oh, shit. I would never have expected this. Never, ever. Oh, are we going to that place where the elevator was out of service? There's an elevator with that. Of course. Of course. Are the orange markers for this guy? I have no idea. Oh, God. Shit. We are through this door and down the stairs. Did remember to attune to the shot back there, didn't you? It'll make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Where did you go? Oh my God. I don't know where to go anymore. Oh man. I'm lost. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Everyone onto the lift and down we go.
Deep beneath the scholar's city
What?
shines a false sun within a fabricated sky.
What the fuck? This is a zone?
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed.
What the fuck?
If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
You know a lot about Charlie and Emmett. What is this music?
Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Wow, why is there no escape? It looks like escape right there. Oh shit, it's the Undertale music again.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Can I ask why?
But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
Term final days makes me think of a 2 weeks notice for job. That's true. I mean, that's legally how it works, right? The final days has to give its 2 weeks resignation. That's what the loud noise is. That's what the loud noise is. 2 weeks resignation.
It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
I just got rid of the volcano.
Aren't those people gleaners?
It's rude to point. Don't point at people. We're in an investigation.
They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
What's going on, Cryo? Why you getting a headache? You just enough sleep?
Did you call to me just now?
I mean, I guess technically. My character didn't, though.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the
It's probably what the music came back. You're fine.
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
That was nothing. Don't worry about it. Is this a zone? It's a zone? It's a zone? This is the music for the zone? What? Are there enemies? If so, why? Excuse me. 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 What? What? What creature? Hello, Dolphin. Want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. Needs hauling, I haul it. For a decade or so, they take stock in the labyrinthos, you know? Sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. I just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess drops collapse. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the new big expedition. Oh yes, our note keeping. I remember these. This is our zone. Hello. Let me think. The rare seed should be at item 1058. Cuban Thieves 1059. Snorpleberry 1060. What that 1061? Ah, my head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. What number's that one? One of those to take out, then carry in. Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots for the Girabonian carrots? What then? End of the world, man. I don't know. Someone think about the carrots. Abrinville. Here to help or give me more headaches. Because you don't have the look of a cleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. My colleagues was so exhausted, he took a tumble and crashed to a pile of crates. A pack of marmots running loose. Okay. They're busy. Sorry. What's happening? There's no music, it's gone. What the fuck is this? What is this? Y'shtola, what is this? I'm not checking my duties. I've been down here in an age and wished to get my bearings before I went bumbling about. From what I can see, however, there's not obviously out of place. It seems to have to resort to discreet inquiries as usual. Okay. Any luck, Gabriel? What tales do the cleaners have to tell? Here. So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The Forum is definitely up to something. They're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. Okay. We would do well to learn more of what, specifically, the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. The game, Gabriel, I have an idea. Then I just kneeled down. Didn't one of the Cleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if we were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I'll turn my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting! The first Endwalker chore? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Gotta get a hold of all these little knights. We don't have them forever. Just help me find the marmots. I've nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. The name is Arenville, friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nakshan marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. Kill the marmots. Here we go. Where to begin, you wonder? Not seen any scampering about here, so you'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot or you. Why are there beasts? Who? I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Why are there beasts? Who's beasts? Who let this in? Troll? Why? Mr. Beast? Oh, no. New location. New location. Hello? I've come to kill. Kill area spotted. Coming in. Zoning in. They look like dogs. Big dog. The face looks like a dog's. That's what I meant. They don't look like dogs. Hey, buddy. Oh my god, the new fighting music. I didn't even think. I don't remember how to play Paladin. You can give me a second. Okay, that's over. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. Fuck you, giant sword. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Chirp squeak. Get the fuck back here. Get over here. I saved your life, now jump in the bag. There goes atonement, there goes magic. Excuse me, where the fuck? This music is on a very short loop. Are you up there? Hello? What the fuck? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Jesus. Here we go. What a creature. Whoops. The music. What the? Mouse? Get in the bag. Mine now. No. Damn it. Warrior of Light bested by a mouse. It's leading me to my death. I know it. Communicating with the surrounding animals, and they're gonna kill the Warrior of Light. It's all part of Fandaniel's plan. Kill us with a mouse. Excuse me. Hello? Any circle that... Can you get up there? Oh, you can get up there. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, I can use mounts in this area. Let's do that. Goobo. Mouse. Come over here. Get the fuck over here. Are you up here even? I hope you're up here. There you are. There you fucking... You can't hide from me. You can't. Chirp. Don't chirp. It's not what mice do. Get in the bag. Thank God. T-Rex time. Okay. I honestly did not... I didn't know what the zones would be. This was not it. This was not... It's got 3 aetherites too. It's huge. What zones has 3 aetherites in it? Like, I don't even think any. Are there? I'm probably forgetting some. Oh yeah, like I guess Amarang. Yeah, Amarang has got 3, but still. This is under the city. What did you fare? I tracked down 3 at the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Yeah, I have 1. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Oh, you do with the marmots now? Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who've had us working day and night of late. The honorable members of the Forum. Who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. These were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. Hello, you're all my friends. We're here to beat you up. There you are, Gabriel. Is this the Gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I'm Kryal of the Students of Odessian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made a descent to Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical, never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Goodbye. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? I don't think so. So confirm that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put the people to this great work some 4 days after the Trelavoroi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telefroy's declaration was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archaeum? From there, we can reach the lower... You need some... What is Graha doing? Everybody go to Graha. He's doing headaches again. Cryle, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaeon. We follow the path east, through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse, or marmot, was it? Anyway, it's the trolls you need to watch out for. The trolls we keep under our city. They're friendly. They're not at all, but we just let them be, you know? The what's going on, guys? Anyway. New Aetherite. More attuning. This music is funny to me. I have no idea what to make of it. As it seems so short. It's a little silly. And it's leaving me very, very... it just is raising more questions for what is happening right now. Like, where I am... It's just confusing me more. Whoops. Labyrinth Narbrui. Okay. Behold the Archaeon. As Nomenon serves as Charlayan's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. This is the anti-tower music. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archaeon contains a physical history of Charlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Oh, shit, I should be doing this. Oh, there's one back there. No, we'll get it later. We'll get it later. Wait, no, I kind of want to fill it out now. I just want to see. Just need to get one, you know? There's a fate. Why do you guys get fates here? That shouldn't be allowed, you know? No, God. Sorry, I need to get this guy. I just wanted to get the travel journal like on the menu. You know? Just gotta check. Is it behind? Did they hide it from me? "44 yalms to the west?" I don't see it. Northwest. Oh, it's up on the fucking cliff. God damn it. Ah! God! I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I could have got it when I got the mouse earlier. Oh, nighttime. Okay. Oh, goodbye music. I already like this fight music better than Shadowbringer. Shadowbringers felt weird. Weirdly out of place for a lot of the fights. There it is. Don't turn around. Don't do it. I need this. Don't do it, you fuck. You fucker. Don't you dare. You fool. You fool. You've listened to me. Okay, I just wanted to get that one really quick. Woo! Whoa, that's a lot. Wait, what the fuck? That's so many. Why is there so many? Oh, I'm sorry. There's so many currents to get. Okay. Well then. Okay. I think the anti-tower is like the city theme, or like the town theme. It's interesting. Hello, Borichin. Am I right? Like, that's a lot more. Like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 whole. Yeah, there's not 10 here. There's not 10 there. Is that just like a current expansion thing? I don't know. Greetings, we are here to peruse the Archaeon's vaults. Peruse? You're clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? You belong to the students of Baldessian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building is a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? No, fuck off. Go away. That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? This is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it will be too late. You're so close to getting answers. This guy following our conversation? I don't like that. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Students of Baldessian. What's that about? You don't like Baldessian students? Not a fan? We are at an impasse, and we have no other leads. I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. Must seek another means to access the lower levels. Jump! How far is it? I actually don't know. It is likely that the people in the area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. You guys do that, I'll wait here. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They wouldn't let us on into the Archaeon, even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is that we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Squeal, squeal. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archaeon is open again. Oh, right. You have fun with that. You have fun with that. Hello? What's that? Take you down on a lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. Didn't see a cleaner fellow heading out at the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged on some manner of task. Maybe he'll be heading down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Chatbert? My friend. His name was something like that, right? That's probably him. Get me up there. Hello? Excuse me. Can I go down the elevator with you? Nope. I gotta check to make sure I can't go in the buildings or not. Oh, this guy. Aaronville. Hello, other person doing the MSQ. Quiet, you frightened it away. The Lima Scabra? Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Cloudkin? You should help me with this too. You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. Now, here's a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry a distinctive caw. Yield out and shoot it with this sleeping dart. Ah, yes, one of these. I'm a master. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Green. Oh, that's not green. That's not green. Give me the caw noise. Say caw. That's cool. Caw. Enemy spotted. I missed. Got him. Get him out of here. I mean, like literally. Let me help you take it down the lift. Let me help you with that, Aaronville. How'd you miss him, man? It was right there. Where'd you go?
A fair shot.
Oh, you're voiced.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up, and I'll make my way over to you.
First try, too. First try. First try.
There you are. Any new revelations?
Found a bird. Anyways, what were you guys doing?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really.
Ah, shit. We're listening.
Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties.
Okay.
But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum.
And they're friends, which we are now. Come on. Come on.
The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
Awesome.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation.
One of the researchers wanted a pet.
Judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
Mericidia. Ooh, I hear a lot about that
Why would
place.
you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
Oh.
They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
All right then.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
My guess was that they were just trying to keep you guys busy with random stuff, but I guess not.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations.
Migration. Why? I don't
really
see
must
it.
Be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Let us come with you. Let us come with you, Wade.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift.
Put me in a
I
box.
will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Put me in a box. Come on. Easy. Let me in.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
You will forget this conversation. You will forget this conversation. Don't report it to the police.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've
Oh,
strength
shit.
and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Let's go.
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos.
Rock and stone.
While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
Tell nobody about this, Aaronville.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You're very nice.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Yes. This is such a strange place. It's kind of neat, though. Alright. Let's go. Random mount. Yes, this fits. This is a good mount. This works. Ah, yes. We're headed right there. Unless it's up there, or like wherever this other pin is. Is it over here? It's the wrong way. I don't know my east from west. Jeez. That's probably at the bottom, isn't it? I just jump. It's probably, I don't need to go find these. I don't know why I'm hunting these down. I usually never do that on stream. Probably not that fun to watch, so. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, do you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Hey! There it is. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head in. Given the terrain ahead, though, might be wise to leave some distance between us. Don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Okay. Little side cave, nothing to worry about. Giant open area, nothing strange about this. This is fine. What the hell is that? What is that? Mithril cap. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the mithril cap, I'm gonna be honest. Gonna be completely honest with you. It's fucking dark in here too. Hello, person also doing the story with me. We're gonna have double the problems in a second here. You're also a paladin. That's so cool. I don't want to steal aggro from you. This is kind of funny. Great. Oh, he's got in the chair. Who is this person? The cave's going up. That's not a good sign. Oh, you got aggro. That's probably fine. Well, I wonder what's gonna happen. We're gonna find out a little bit before. Oh, 3 of them. Actually, make that 6 of them. Oh my god. Oops, that's the wrong button. I don't know why it's funny that we're like the same. They're Aura too, I think. I could use their minion and make it even a little bit more strange, but I don't use minions. It's not about that. Kind of just get in the way, you know. Ah, shit, we actually made it. What's the point of getting rid of your highly restrictive elevator? That's not that hard at all. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. It's promised the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. Randall's assumption holds true that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, and we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Okay. We're in a new place. Genomos. I like them. They're my favorite so far. Oh, was that up? Please don't tell me it was up top. Please don't tell me it was up top. Please tell me. Okay, it says down. Oh god. The guys are getting me. The guys are coming for me. What? 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 Huh? How do you have a stray tomato? What are you doing to your foods? Grapes. More of them. Ah, now I know where we are. This is real agronomics. Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name. Only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It is possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations, worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Try not to die of a headache, Cryo. That's also happening, but... Hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? Yeah, the mine. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tower of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. First heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? Pressed for an explanation, was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. I think they're making everyone busy for no reason. That would be my guess. Shit. Keeping them busy so they don't ask more questions. Do I have lots to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. That's a stack of crates atop that hill over there. God, it's hauling a lot up that slope. Slope was a job and a half. Still, you're not helping again. Take a moment to survey the surrounding area. There are several other facilities nearby we can investigate if we fail to learn all the value here. Okay. Crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Highly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale and the very place upon which Labyrinthos is modeled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. Boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn consist of a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested. As you might expect, it used to be called Corvus before the Imperials renamed it Locus Ammonus. Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one which climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments and cultivation. Awesome. Fucking nerd, get out of here. Don't get attacked by the tomatoes. These guys are running around everywhere. They're trying to get us, trying to get you off guard, but don't let them. Don't let them. The others is illustrated the contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings accompanied by sheets of reports. Like plans for evil forum plan? Come on. Right on the box of seeds. Excuse me. Hello.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Hello? Almost Ardbert voice.
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
What the fuck does that mean? They're mood flowers?
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy. Dark, subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect.
Maybe they're just making fun of you. Do you think about that? Probably not, but like what if?
There are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Thank you, kind botanist. But why? Why? Tell me about the flowers. Matoya.
Have you learned aught of interest?
These flowers are weird.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Oh, I just cry looking at the flowers like that.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
Because they're putting all the food on a boat and then putting all the guys on the boat and they're just gonna go somewhere else. So like, oh, the final days are happening. Well, I just go somewhere else. Let's just leave.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly. Isn't that the entrance to the Archaean?
Erenville did go down. What the fuck is this? Why do you do that? Why did he lie to us?
I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right.
Oh.
He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Never mind, I just wasn't paying attention.
Erenville received
He
his
lied!
orders from the
No, I
Forum.
didn't. Oh.
Would it not follow then that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
We need more people to be sneaky.
I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
Let's go all hide behind a tree.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Yeah, Kryle... What's going on?
Kryle?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
Please repeat the plan to us.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
He's moving so fast! Hurry! Kryle, what the fuck's going on with the flowers?
I can almost reach you.
What?